Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Datejust Turn-O-Graph, reference 116264. You can see this Turn-O-Graph, one of the last of the line, and purchase it on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch with additional accessories included in the sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for the stainless steel and white gold Rolex Datejust Turn-O-Graph. Now on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, you can see the quality, substance, and materials have improved since that very first Turn-O-Graph reference 6202 in 1953, but the family resemblance as well as the design DNA are unmistakable. Now, if the 6202 was the first, the reference 11626X family was the last, and since 2010 we have not seen any more Turn-O-Graph models from Rolex. This example in white gold and stainless steel represents one of the best and most discreet as well as most aesthetically versatile of that last of the line series. Now the watch is 36 millimeters across the round of the case, not inclusive of the crown at 3 o'clock. It's slim at only 11.5 millimeters thick with a generously domed, fluted, rotating bezel. It easily slides underneath the dress cuff. It's a classic 36 millimeter modern Rolex Oyster case at 44.5 millimeters from lug to lug if you were to wear it like the old U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds on a NATO strap, but on this modern Rolex bracelet, with its solid end links, it extends itself slightly farther across the wrist, 46 millimeters lug to lug, or between extremities, I should say. Now the watch features a robust 3-link Oyster bracelet. It's handsome and well built. You know the end links are solid, but the center links are also solid and quite hefty. A modern steel 904L Rolex in-house bracelet feels as hefty as a Rolex gold bracelet from past generations. Now when I talk about 904L steel and in-house, I'm talking about Rolex owning its own foundry and its own materials science lab, so it blends this highly resistant, anti-corrosive, and significantly very hard steel alloy, and it pours it in-house. Now 904L, yes, it's more corrosion resistant, but you're not going to be sticking your hand in industrial acid. Its real benefit to the consumer is that it holds this beautiful polish that you see on the shoulders, as well as the gorgeous satin grain that you see on the flanking links. It's simply a more durable alloy of steel. Now the clasp is beautiful and well made. It closes with a Reassuring Snick and opens with a snap, and it features Rolex's 5mm Easylink incremental adjustment. So if you need to take it out 5 millimeters or take it in depending on activity or wrist swelling during cold or hot weather, you can easily make that adjustment without the intervention of a jeweler or a jeweler's tool. Now the case is beautifully made, handsome, fantastic condition, surprisingly sensuous for a Rolex utility watch, and then you'll note that gorgeous white gold fluted Turn-O-Graph style bezel. Now the first Turn-O-Graph in 1953 actually predated the Submariner for 1 year, so not only did it predate the Submariner, but by virtue of that fact, it became the first rotating bezel Rolex, meaning this is an all-timer. It holds a title that will never be surpassed. First, as they say, is a flag that flies forever. Absolutes are designed to fall. But it's also a wonderful tactile experience to turn this bezel. It's smooth, it's creamy, and you can easily align it with the minute hand, which for practical purposes makes for an easier to read countdown timer than a chronograph. Highly versatile, it was originally designed for engineers, technicians, and even pilots, and yes, by the mid to late 1950s, the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds Flight Demonstration Squadron, basically the Air Force Blue Angels, were receiving the Turn-O-Graph as military issue, so this watch also hails from that distinguished line. Now, inside the white gold bezel is a beautiful matte black base with applied and faceted white gold hour indices. There's a small dot of superluminova outboard of each one. Small flashes of color come in the form of the date wheel, which is all red. It's not an alternating roulette, as well as the seconds hand and the Turn-O-Graph script at 6 o'clock. Of course, the hands are white gold and luminescent, and the applied white gold Rolex 5-point coronet sits at 12 o'clock. Inside the case, which, though aviation inspired, is also 100-meter water resistant, is a Rolex in-house caliber 3135 automatic winding. It features COSC-chronometer certification, so very accurate, and it's retimed and verified as a chronometer fully cased up before it leaves Rolex. That is not universal. COSC pertains to movements only. Rolex goes the extra mile to ensure chronometer timing in the case. It also features the hacking function, so when I thread the crown out and pull it to extremity, I do stop the balance. Well, that's the date setting. That's hacking. Now I've stopped the balance, hold the seconds hand, and I can synchronize to an accurate reference time. And as I was a moment ago, the intermediate position allows you to cycle the date to rapidly correct should the watch run down. Of course, it does feature not just a COSC chronometer certification, but a Breguet overcoil hairspring, such that positionally it's far more resistant to timing deviation due to gravity than a conventional flat hairspring. With a free sprung balance and a full balance bridge, it also has a very robust platform for the balance to beat, such that it can shake off vibration or shock-induced timing deviation. In fact, it is a flight-inspired watch with the beating heart of a submariner inside. And this last of the line Z-Series watch, yes, Z-Series, so roughly 2007, can be yours on our website.